My frame rate. I have a very poor frame rate.
I always start the stream little earlier. Oh, great. Oh, yeah. That's great. Okay. It's funny, I just crashed. But we're live on YouTube, I guess. Always a couple minutes early. Just check if the sound is okay, I guess. Do we have sound? We do. But I think I'm not loud enough, so I'm going to turn up my volume vis-a-vis the game sounds, as they say, although Sansor's not a game. Harvest visit experience. Don't delete the experience. Okay, so let's make sure I'm not gonna knock over the wine while I'm blind. Okay, wow, look at this. There they come. There they go. There they go. See, I always crash. Oh, right. No, my mic is muted. Hi, guys. I always crash 2 minutes before. Oh, wait a minute. Did you just see this? There was a clone of mine still standing there.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, my God.
That happens more.
Well, I never have that happen. I just saw myself as I'm walking, go wait a minute.
You should have seen at the product meeting yesterday.
Yeah, what happened? What happened, Galen? Many clones? Oops.
There were there were so many second clones of people. Yeah, because there was a strange network problem.
So this does not have to do like with Second Life while I'm still logged in, like a kind of like a related version. I mean, in Second Life I wouldn't be able to log in again if I'm still in. I mean, it wouldn't just let me go.
Right.
Let me introduce the folks here as the top of the hour. I'm obsessed with a former broadcaster that we do this right. Meanwhile, before we have 45 seconds, Ryan, his head is in his back. That's awesome. This looks really good.
He must have stepped away. Yeah, it looks really funny.
And Ricardo, please throw this bucket of paint against his head, so maybe you'll... Yeah, a little bit too far. Too far. Okay, we have one more bucket of paint. There you go.
Oh, we have one more.
Okay, throw it. No, 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 no. Please, Ricardo, get the buckets of paint and throw them against his head. Oh yeah, throw the brush. Yes, throw the brush. Galen.
Maybe I can brush you. Where's my brush?
Brush my hair. I need some hair. Oh, Galen is doing this in desktop mode. Interesting, huh? All right, guys.
I'm not so good in it.
Let me do a really quick introduction, and then I'm not going to be talking much. Welcome to Atlas Hopping in Sansar. We have already quite a few viewers on YouTube. I want to say briefly, Strawberry will not be joining us today. Strawberry has a family emergency, and I'm not privy to go into it, but we wish Strawberry all the best and her family from her Sansar and Second Life family, and she will be back next time. She also says that she will subscribe to my YouTube channel because I've been very nice in the last few weeks, so thank you, Strawberry. Now, Ryan is with us, Ricardo is with us, and Galen is with us. Ryan, are you okay with your head? Oh, there he is. He's gone. Okay. So, you guys, what's new in the product? You guys go to the product meeting, which is oftentimes too late for my time zone. What's new? Is there anything new from the product meeting?
Let's see. It was there wasn't a whole lot of big news. It was we were kind of asking what's coming up. There was a lot of interest, of course, in what's coming up with clothing.
Clothing, yeah.
I don't think that there was a whole lot of big news that we didn't already expect. I think one of the questions that I asked was, I think Bjorn had at one point said, had suggested that they were going to do fashion in sort of 2 steps. Step 1 would be, hey, we'll make it so you can wear clothing, and step 2 would be, hey, we're going to create a whole new avatar with a whole new set of bones and new shapes, and that'll be the real takeoff of everything. But I think Kara yesterday was saying, no, that's not quite the case. Where it looks like they're going to merge all that in. It sounds like in some ways they're ahead of schedule for the year, for end of the year.
Yeah, because I know
it's 9:30.
Ricardo?
It's 9:30, not too late for you.
9:30 p.m.
office meetings
of German time. I don't want to bore people with my personal rundown, but I live a very regimented life, and I do go to bed quite early. I think the newest scientific breakthrough, where they found out that routine and 8 hours of sleep is very, very important if you can.
Yes.
And as a self-employed person, I have tremendous flexibility, so I opted to actually choose what is good for my biological rhythm, which is getting up very, very early. So I'm trying to, I'm using the iPhone app with the bedtime app to get my 8 hours of sleep. And so yeah, 9:30 p.m. my local time is too late for me, Ricardos. I'm sorry, it's very depressing.
That's okay. Now
Ricardos,
it's 9:30 SLT.
Okay, wait a minute. First of all, Ricardos, you were throwing these buckets. Can you try to put one of the bucket on Galen's head? I just want to show what happened with the physics here. Ryan, how are you doing?
I never tried it.
Yeah, I was having technical difficulties. I had to change the batteries in my hand controllers.
Oh.
You can change them?
Touch controllers?
Yes.
How do you actually know with the touch controllers when they're
not working?
You'll get a warning message from the Oculus software that the batteries are low.
Ah, okay. Okay, Ricardos, can you not put that circular item onto somebody's head?
The problem is, I'm going into bubble.
I probably disappear for him when he gets really close.
Oh, I see.
No, it did work, but
it almost worked. This looks really good on the stream. Everybody on the stream, welcome to the YouTube stream. Please identify yourself if you want. Who are you? Have you been in Sansar? What do you want us to visit?
Yeah, it's not working.
That was almost there.
I think my head is empty. That's the problem.
Okay, we have
if it's empty, it will stay.
We have a couple more people coming.
The bubble is the problem. I cannot get close enough.
The bubble, I have put that so when you get too close to someone, people will disappear, right? So that's a good start, but I think it has to be improved. It's a little weird. It starts too early for me.
Hi, Deep. Hello.
Yeah,
how
I
are you
agree.
doing? Good. I'm going to add you as a friend.
Yeah,
I think in some
How do
way
we do that?
I think it's designed to discourage people from being too close.
Take your right. Are you using a Rift or
sort of negative feedback?
Yeah. Okay. You take your right touch.
I made a
controller,
suggestion in the past that you can turn the bubble off.
And then you click the trigger finger.
That would be nice, but I think
the name
people are scared of the. I think people are scared of the basic problem of the creepiness in Second Life when you see someone's innards.
And add friend. There we
That's
go.
not a problem. Keep the bubble default on.
And you'll actually have to
but give the
go
option
into
to turn it
desktop
off
right
until you
now to
restart.
actually see the notification.
Sorry,
and
say
then-
that
So
again,
if I want to
Ricardos?
get close, to you,
Yeah.
it would be nice if I can turn the bubble off.
Yeah, it'd be nice. A lot of us want to, hug, and when we try to give a hug, the person disappears.
In high fidelity, you can
Just
already
keep,
do
but keep the bubble default on. That's I think important.
that. Okay, we have a new guest here, and I was able to hover over people and see their names in desktop mode. Now I can't do that anymore. Why?
did give
Oh, go into my looks and come back.
Ah.
Oh,
but
is that broken?
God, always everything broke. Wait, let me do that. So that's interesting because they changed that. Going into my looks, I'm coming back. Hi, Stella. Oh yeah, Stella, we need some female participants. It's too many men for my taste. I'm an all male. I'll try to. Well, we're very, I think, non-typical males. At least I can speak for myself.
And it's a little bit
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna have to gaze down and hit add friend.
I still don't get the names. Hey, Ricardo's throwing paint at me.
It's a little bit funky in the HTC Vive.
I'm gonna go into going to VR.
Quirky. One way is you hold the trigger down.
All right.
You gaze.
So where are we going first?
And then you let go.
Give me
the
1
other
second.
way is a partial pull down, and then once you gaze over the add friend button, you fully pull the trigger.
I'm on the Rift with touch, so it's pretty easy.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Oops.
But when I click on it, it doesn't confirmation that you've actually been added. It sounds like I have to go into desktop to do
Go
that.
back here.
There's no confirmation.
Here they are, in front of my house.
I did add some new
All
stuff
right.
on my experience, but I think for now I'm a little bit done.
Give me 1 minute.
And
I just want
more
to
things.
formally welcome. Now I don't see any names anymore. Here we go. Oh, there's a fella by the name of Deep Rifter.
Boom.
Oh my God! See, I accidentally teleported away. The system teleported me away from you, Deep Rifter. Well, welcome to my home. Hey.
Thank you. This is absolutely gorgeous,
Big
and you look
hug.
fantastic as well. Check you out.
Don't
I
I
love
look
the
good?
glasses.
Right.
Love
I
the
lost a little
glasses.
bit of weight. I worked out. Right. I mean, it's good.
We need to put a request in for the ability to do hugs in desktop mode.
Oh, absolutely.
Not only on desktop mode, also in VR mode.
Ricardo's,
Yes.
Ricardo's, you are writing like how many feature requests or bug reports to the forum do you write per day? I get at least 4 emails every day.
then
I mean, I'm not making
back to
Ricardo's. Don't get me wrong. I'm not making fun of you because all the stuff that you're putting out there is absolutely needed. But you're writing about 5 per day.
Now you need to divide it by 2, I think, because some are corrections on typos.
Oh, I see. So
Not so many, but I do too much. I made my experience better. I add some stuff, but I think I need to take a break.
I think we should also need to visit your experience. Whoa, Deep Rifter, check it out. He's throwing it up. He's good at
You
this.
can see who's the expert.
Have you been here before, Deep Rifter?
I came in a couple months ago. I will say, man, it's much smoother than it was when I first came in. This is nice.
What a surprise, huh? When
Yeah.
people
For me, it's
actually
the
work on
opposite.
stuff, people with a plan. Are we gonna be able to like throw? We have actually basketballs over there too. Yeah,
I have a beach ball on my experience. You can throw it.
we'll put it on the agenda next week, Ricardo. We'll go back to your experience.
I have a question. Is there a way to view my avatar body? My own?
Yeah, press the
F3.
stick on your right Oculus Touch.
Oh, yeah, that's third person. What about in first person? Can I view my body?
No.
Yes, you can. You
No,
have to
that's
go
the same.
F4.
F4.
No, that's not the same.
Oh, wait a
yes,
minute.
but that's not the same.
Oh, you talk about VR.
Yeah, first person VR.
I made a request for that.
No,
but
I also made a request because that was possible, and I used it for Machinima because then you can walk towards the camera in frontal view. They changed that, and I told them that in person too. That was really not a good move. You were able to move around and look at yourself from the front, and basically, move your arms and puppeteer yourself and look straight at you. That was possible a couple of weeks ago. 3 weeks ago.
I was thinking Deep Rifter is meaning what you can see in high fidelity in VR mode. You can see your body. If
All
you
I
look
have is
down, you see your
ghosts.
feet.
Your hands look fantastic. Your characters look great. But I want to see mine too. Where's mine?
Yes, that's the problem. I cannot see my feet in VR.
Yeah, that's
I
another
don't see
thing.
anything. The
You
can
guys
of
are
paint is
Debbie
on the
Downers.
roof.
That's all
No!
coming.
Let me be a Debbie Upper. The lighting is freaking fantastic in here, man. I love that.
Have you been to the basement? Have you been inside the basement? It's pretty cool down there too.
I've been to your basement. I think I even had a shot of whiskey down in there.
Good. Don't just replace it or
Did you
put a
make a
couple
mess
bucks on
from
the
it?
counter. But
What's that?
what, Ricardo?
Did you make a mess from it? The basement, that's required.
Oh.
To throw everything out.
I think somebody put the stuff on the ceiling fan. Okay, let's go to a place. We have on the agenda Ryan. Who's standing there? Oh, she keeps disappearing.
Her name is Daisy Gator. I think she's having problems loading.
Daisy. Wow, Daisy is part of my upcoming documentary, Our Digital Selves. She is a alligator in Second Life, and she's also a quite well-known science fiction author by the name of Eleanor Kamen Sands. That is awesome. She was trying to put her gator on her head. Okay, so where shall we go? We have Strawberry with the plan is not here today. So there is a big show at Alfie's Arena.
Yes.
There's a music show.
Did you want to go there?
Yes, but I would like to go there at noon, and then people can stick around. At noon, Susan Jewell is playing. Not that Vinny is bad. Vinny is awesome. He's playing right now. But I wanted to do a little bit more than just the show, because we still don't have enough animations to make a music show really compelling. It's going to be great, but I would propose we go to a bunch of different experiences. And since Deep Rifter is with us, I would like to go to Felsenmeer. We've been there before. It's the first outing. And it's Silas Merlin's art installation. And I love it so much. And I think...
Paste the link.
What happened to
Stop jumping.
Where did Drax go? Oh, there he is.
Wait, sorry, I was teleporting. So how do we get to the Atlas in VR?
Are you on the Rift?
Menu button on the right.
Rift right now.
Top left button. Top left button with your thumb. We'll pull up the menus, and then you can select the Atlas there on the far left.
It's always good to have a noob to tell someone who's been in here since the alpha what's happening. Here we go. So Atlas. So Felsenmeer. Let's see if we can type that in.
I cannot type it.
We can't type it, so we gotta go desktop.
No, you have to go into desktop to do it. I'll see you guys at Felsenmeer.
Okay, let me go to desktop and I'll type it into the local chat. Give me 1 second. So Felsenmeer is made by Silas Merlin, who is also a well-known Second Life artist. He's from France, and he does really fantastic sculptures in the physical world. So I'm going to type this in here. And I think this is a wonderful... Can you guys hear me, by the way? It says disconnected.
Yes.
Voice. Oh, okay. So here's Felsenmeer in local chat. If you bring it up, we can go there right now. And YouTube folks, I was going to say we're going to go see Susan Jewell at around noon. So about 45 minutes. She starts at Alfie's Arena. Vinny is playing there right now. Vinny is really great, but it's always a it's a tough toss up between where shall we go. Is so much awesome stuff, and like I said, I don't want to spend 2 hours on a music show right now. We're going to go a lot more music shows in the future, because this scene is just developing in Sansar. And there are certain limitations because of the animations that are available. So I want to really kind of dive into the music scene once we're able to, animate instruments like a drum set, hitting it with drumsticks, and I have this guitar, which is great, but the guitar is Phantom. And yeah, I can kind of strum it in VR, but it's still kind of cumbersome to get the coordination right. So until that is really smooth, I'm proposing that we're not ignoring or skipping the music scene, but that we're doing hopefully a more nice mix of experiences. Okay, Felsenmeer is loading. Here we go.
Don't sneak so behind me.
Sorry, I just appeared midair. So Felsenmeer is just, I don't know. This to me is one of my favorite experiences.
It's like copper.
It is lovely.
This is like copper for me.
Let's
Yes, me
turn the
too.
music down a little bit.
First time I see that result, and that's very good.
Immersive art.
What do you think from that, Drax? What do you think from that?
This sculpture here.
What material? Wait, I'm going down.
That's interesting. You mean this tree?
Yes.
Yeah, you
What do
said
you think?
copper.
How does
Yeah.
it?
Copper
Oh, you
is.
did hear it.
I heard you. It's my first association would be copper.
Cool.
So
This is cool.
Oh, here's Stella. Hi, Stella. This is immersive
Stella.
art, and we've been here before. This is my favorite experience, to be honest. Because why? Let me go into the VR here. Why is this my favorite experience? Because yes, Silas is kind of an accomplished artist in the physical world, but it shows you what the killer app is of virtual reality is immersive art, but combined with the social aspect. And Galen, we just came off the podcast recording, which is going on tomorrow, and we've been talking about this. Yeah.
This is really lovely. I really like the additions that he's made.
Yeah.
I just took a picture for the blog.
Take pictures, Ryan. Yeah, you.
I made
Ryan-
it.
I'm only taking 1 or 2 photos because it's such a pain in the ass to have to take off my headset every time.
Yeah, Ryan. You know what?
Yes, it's a
Actually,
shame.
oh, Ricardo, can you write this as a feature request? Snapshots in VR, because
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just wanted to say that someone need to make a request.
Yeah, somebody should make a feature request. I'd vote for that.
so this is awesome.
I'm just gonna go up another level to see what's upstairs here.
Please, and take more photos. Ryan, one criticism about your blog, you need to take more photos.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, okay.
3 or 4.
So Drax, there is arguably another killer app.
I do the teleport.
Yeah?
Storytelling, interactive storytelling.
Yep. That's right.
Obviously, I have a vested interest in thinking that with the experience that Jasmine and I made, minor difficulties, but it makes a lot of sense right now that's you can have some level of interactivity, maybe not a whole lot, but that's very appropriate for essentially linear storytelling where you're following along. So
Absolutely, and it could be, why not embrace linear? Everybody is trying to, we need to kind of kill everything, and linear is yesterday, and every, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody tries to be sort of a closeted revolutionary now. No, I'm not gonna do this. It's lame. We're not. Everything has to be. No,
well,
not
it's
everything.
funny.
Yeah.
We can look to a fictional example in the form of Star Trek Next Generation and their holodecks. Remember, most of the stories that people engaged in are actually linear.
Right.
They're just sort of quasi. You can choose your own adventure, but you're probably going to follow the linear story.
That's right. That's totally.
It's not a bad model.
Well, they had. Let's go up here.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Oh, he put that addition on. I haven't been up there.
I'd have to teleport. Yeah.
Cool.
This is really cool. This is almost like, this reminds me a little bit of David Cronenberg. I think David Cronenberg would probably enjoy this. Maybe this is the interior of a creature. Yes, talking about killer apps, Galen, but this is to me one killer app. It's an immersive museum.
Yeah.
On the news music is pretty loud still.
Too loud, yeah.
A little bit.
Sounds great, but it's loud.
I really like this. I like what he's done to this.
Behind you, there's some blue fog. Oh wait, it's a reflection.
What is?
No, it's a reflection.
By the way, Silas sells his sculptures on the Sansar Marketplace. If you want to support a really talented artist, pick up a sculpture and put it into your experience. I have his cat. His cat is on the porch in Harvard. I don't know if he sells the paintings, but he sells the sculptures.
In Second Life he sells paintings, but I like
sells
them here
paintings in
more.
Second Life, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
I think he do, but I like them here more. You can look better at it.
I mean, again, this goes to the added immersion. I find it's right. I agree with you, Carlos. I'm standing right next to you and I'm looking at this gigantic painting.
Yeah, the scale makes a big difference.
The scale is
It's not the same
it
in
seems
Second
bigger.
Life. In
seems
Second
bigger
Life
just
you
by
need to
virtue of
cheat with the
McDonald's.
camera.
That's right. It's bigger because we're standing in front of it. Galen is dancing to music. Let's dance to chill. This is like a chill. Whoa, Deep Rifter, dude. Check it.
They stop instant music.
It would be so amazing to have like a cave with light coming down and dancing with the shadows on the cave walls.
That's so easy to do.
Right?
Yeah, you can
Right?
just,
I know, yeah.
With the lights, you just put it, and then we have Plato's cave allegory,
Yes, exactly.
which is exactly where we're heading. And
Yep.
Did
slave.
we ever...
Sorry, I'm Dragster Downer.
Did you ever look at the experience from Yasmin?
Ricardo's your little soft. What are you saying?
Oh, my sound is soft. Did you look at the experience from Yasmin?
No, Jasmine with minor difficulty with what Galen did with her.
Mm-hmm.
No, not yet. That's
That's
gotta.
good.
We can't do it
You
today.
need
We
to
gotta
put
do
it
it
on
next
the
week.
list.
What? That's on the list for next week. It's already scribbled
Awesome.
in. And Galen again.
I got a good picture of the four of you in front of this one, this painting.
Did you
Which
have
one?
us
The
dancing
one
or should
behind
we
you,
dance
or
again?
this one?
No, I got a great picture. All of you have arm movement, so that's great.
In front of this one or the one behind you?
In front of this one here. I've already done it.
Wait, but let's
I've
do
already
another
taken
one
it.
where we stand like this.
No, it's okay. I'm not taking another one. I've taken 3 pictures already. That's enough.
Ryan.
Why, you
I gotta
can
take
never
off my
make
headset
enough
and put it back
pictures.
on
You
again.
can
It's such
never
a
make
pain in
enough
the ass
pictures,
with my
yes.
glasses.
That's true. People with glasses are definitely marginalized in this new world.
I actually ran away a few minutes ago and put my contacts on because of that.
Do you realize all 5 of us have actual VR headsets on? This is the first time for me.
That is
Yeah, well, Stella just came in and
Stella is ruining the ratio.
yeah.
Nice to
Hi,
meet you.
Stella. Nice to see you.
Although, on the other
On
hand,
all
she is
counts, right?
Yeah, Stella, thank you for bringing some female sensibilities into the sausage thing.
I think
You're
we're a little bit
welcome.
skewed here.
Good to see you.
Well,
So,
Wow.
you know, I think maybe we shouldn't underestimate the value of music as an early use of Sansar 2. And
Yeah.
you know, in light of that, Alfie just got his show started. If you want to stop by for a few minutes, we might be able to show people a little bit of what that's like. It's very limited, obviously, in Sansar to start with, but
that's a
hey,
good
you know,
idea.
a bunch of
we
us have
should.
VR stuff.
Let's go over to Alfie's arena and then get a couple songs from Vinny and then leave and then get back when Susan Jewell is playing. Then we get the flavor of the
Okay.
artist because Vinny is really good. I didn't.
Yeah, he's good.
It's just so much stuff happening. But then let's go to the arena.
Okay, I'll see you guys at the arena.
What's
Bye.
it called? Alfie's Arena?
It's
Yeah, I'll just search for.
Okay.
search for arena.
first need to find my desk, that way.
I wanted to stay a little bit more with Felsen, man. I'm gonna go back alone. Oops, what am I doing? Why am I going to... Oh, Daisy. Okay, I gotta get Daisy into the arena. Let's see, first of all.
Okay, there's the URL in public chat.
Okay, great. And I'll copy it from the public chat. Can I copy it?
Sadly, you can't.
Ah, that's so lame.
But what you can do is you search, and then you can copy URL from the atlas.
Okay, so I have it in the atlas.
Right. So click on the thumbnail to open up the detail, and on the lower left you should see the copy URL button.
Here it is. Okay, awesome. Then I copy it to Daisy because Daisy is stuck in Harvest.
Ah.
Okay, so now we're gonna go to Alfie. It's funny, I put into the
Can't wait till girls have fun seeing movies, Magic Santa. It will be such a gift when we can make love with our Oculus Rift. This will be much better than Second Life when you let me undress my wife.
Carlos is up there.
So then,
Woohoo!
Alfie said, no, that'll never do. You can't sing about that kind of stuff.
Applause!
So I said, okay, let me try again. Sensor, we're so impressed with you. Breathtaking graphics on a new platform too. You even have changing weather while we hang out together. And everyone starts with no private parts. You're a eunuch and I am too. And so that still didn't cut the mustard. And
Woohoo!
So
Clap.
Sansa, exciting and new. Come along, we're expecting you here on Sansa. It's the new Linden gift. You can step inside with your Oculus Rift. In Sansa, we can see VR has just begun. In Sansa, astonishing landscapes and lots of fun. I'll stand and I'll walk and I'll run in my new mesh pants. Here in Sansa, yes, we'll have it made. We can do anything except get laid.
Only a matter of time. Woohoo!
And so then that one didn't fly either. So I was at a loss.
Good. I didn't know that.
What do I do? And I thought,
Related material.
That was great.
I better write my own song.
Dance on the stage.
I think it's time for
Stage
us
time.
We are today's strippers.
Yeah, we should with the Chippendales up here.
You know, and all of us except for Carlos got the memo on the brown.
Been around for more than 14 years. I've come to know you well. What will happen in the days to come? One can never tell. I've been dreaming of a brave new world where all our dreams come true. Well, today I think I found it. Now all I need is you.
Daisy, come up here.
Come along with something special.
Here, Daisy.
You know it from the start. Captivating in its beauty, serenity and art. With our heads around the future, the guiding light to see us through. Yes, we found it here in Sansar. Now all we need is you.
Microphone next. I hope it's not too big.
And we can fly
I found a new microphone.
so high.
Yeah, I hope it's not too big for you.
With our friends far beyond the sky. Our new world never ends. We've come so far together now, asking how good can it be?
If you look
Sense our lift us up somehow beyond possibility. You can step inside our new world and reach out for something new. Come along with us to Sansa, 'cause all we need is you. And we will fly so high, sharing a world so new, far beyond the sky. And all we need is you. All we need is you.
Woohoo! Applause!
Oh yes.
Yay!
Somebody's
Awesome!
dancing. I
Awesome!
see avatars dancing. This is new.
Yeah!
This is new. I see you guys up there on the platform.
You got the Chippendales
dancing
up there.
behind me.
I got some
That's
great
pretty
photos
amazing.
for the blog.
Oh, did you take photos
Wow.
of the Chippendales
Uh,
crew?
Yes, I did. I got pictures of all of you.
I'm wanting to check. Oh, I see the local chat now. It says applause.
I really didn't like to stay in the lights.
You know, Susan Jewell is coming up next. Susan Jewell Resistance, my music sister from Second Life.
I'm back up here. I like it better.
Somebody's doing.
I just did say again to Galen, places with lights need a few dark spots. I get sick with the
I'm
lights.
not playing the guitar. The
get
monkey
sick with the
is. In case you.
The 5 and moving lights, that's a bad combination for me.
Oh, I see. You mean like
Is this any better?
the disco ball?
So I just changed it. Yeah.
Yes, I think slower is better. I need to try it down.
Oh, you mean these
Yeah.
moving lights?
Yes,
Yeah.
if they move too fast, you get sick in VR. I get already sick in Second Life in desktop mode with fast floors.
It creates more motion, so people who get motion sick, the lights can throw them. So I just slowed it down. That's actually one of my Clockworks creations.
Yes, I guessed it can only yours skip, Galen.
Yeah, you blame me, right?
You're responsible.
Moving forward, using our minds.
I'm so proud.
But Galen, it's good.
Making love
You need to know it's good.
never second
I don't want to sound only negative, but
However,
remember,
I am not responsible for the M&Ms. The dancing M&Ms, that's all Alfie.
Never really knowing it was sense of measure place. I'll stop the world and melt with you.
I'm short down.
Give it time, give it time.
You see the difference, and it's getting better all the time. There's nothing you and I won't do. I'll stop the world and melt with you. Dreams of better lives, the kind which never hate.
long, huh?
the state of imaginary grace. Made a pilgrimage to save this human race.
Yeah, oh,
What
that's awesome. Like,
comprehending is a race that's long gone by, but I'll stop the world and melt with you. I'll stop the world, see the difference, and it's getting better all the time. There's nothing you and I won't do. We'll stop the world, we'll stop the world and melt with you. Future,
It works much better with the lights.
so open wide and I say,
It's so weird what you can do with your avatar here.
I'll stop the world and melt with you. I'll stop the world, it's getting better, and it's going on to sense our time. There's nothing you and I won't do. I'll stop the world and melt with you. I'll stop the world and melt with you. I'll stop the world, it's getting better, and it seems it changes every day. There's nothing you and I won't do. We'll stop the world and melt with you. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, 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 oh. I wanted to do a
That
song
was awesome.
about evil clown monkeys.
You cannot clap it.
I know what you're thinking.
That's from a computer.
I know. You're looking up at me and saying, why did Vinny have to be an evil clown monkey this time? Well, you see, it just came up. I don't know. It just happened to spring up in my imagination.
Give you some space.
That's right. It did. Welcome to Sansar, by the way. This is the arena stage, Alfie's place. And so we're going to do a song about evil clown monkeys who are constipated, and Rite Aid is sold out of suppositories. That's what this is about. It took a long time to find this song.
that too, because a lot of communication.
I had to search far and wide. So you found a better hiding place than on the ground. Inside the image of who they think you are. And I wish the best of everything for you. Hope you know that honestly I do. How long can you run? Turn your back on everyone.
I think I need to switch.
Just let me know.
I think I need to switch soon to desktop.
Being alone.
My controllers are flashing red.
So you
My hand
wait
controls are almost running out.
all through the
Let's go to a
night and
different
day
location
by
and then come back
day.
when Jewell is playing.
Wait
Shall we?
for the
Okay, you
illusion.
can try it. If anybody is aware.
So where are we going?
Everything for you. Hope you know that honestly I do. How long can you run? Turn your back on everyone. Just let
I think I
me
checked the
know.
control. Yep, it's up for
Tired
all
of
red.
being alone. La da da da, la da da da, la da da da. Oh.
I'm again.
I wish the best of
Okay, shall we go now? Yeah. See you there.
honestly I do. How
Again, I apologize to the YouTube audience that we're not doing the whole show. This is really
really cool
music that Vinny does with the
Sansar theme throughout. So
I didn't expect that. That's pretty damn cool. But we have an obligation as the format of our show, and it's not being called. It's not called. The show is not called the Live from Alfie's Arena show, which is a different show. It's a good show that has not yet been created, but it may be created.
Hey guys, what's up?
Hey Anu, how are you?
Pretty good. I have my tinfoil hat on, just in case.
Right, it's always a good thing to have that on. Can I ask you, what are you most concerned about with the tinfoil hat? Do you have it on all the time, or did you just put it on recently, maybe this year, or?
Well, it's parametric, so I can change the dimensions at any time. But
yeah, makes sense.
it's because of the Linden Lab aliens that they're just monitoring every move that we're making and every
You just
load
know
that
they're
we're doing.
lizard
Yeah.
people.
I was just going to say,
they are.
the Lindens are actually the lizard people. Like Alex Jones is worried about the lizard people, but he's actually talking about the Lindens, correct?
Yes, the
See, you know, lizard, Linden, yeah.
Oh
So,
my
I mean,
God,
it makes
I didn't get
sense.
You know that
now that
the
you're saying
secret-
it, of course, it's like hidden in
Lizard
plain sight.
Labs. Lizard Lab, yeah.
The secret is all in the number of bones that you have in the tail when you rig it. You know, if it's more than 32 bones, that means that you are a Linden lizard.
Wait a minute, are you saying that Bento is just also another kind of scheme of bringing the end?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It's all
Well, see-
population control
Yeah.
via the number of bones that you have in your tail when you
See,
rig
and-
it. Yes.
It's a lot
Why
easier.
are my hands so bright white?
I can't wait. Like,
Someone's got a microphone open.
Daisy, do you have your mic open?
Yes, I hope so. Can you hear me?
Yes, Daisy.
Yes.
Welcome.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Problem,
Oh, this looks rather good.
Daisy, you
Looks
probably
swampy.
do you have the sound coming out of speakers, right?
No. Hang on a minute. No, I've got the headset on. It should be coming out the.
Yeah, I have my headset on too, so it's
Likewise.
if we keep a decent distance from each other.
It happens sometimes with
Sometimes it
one person
happens,
that we
yeah.
have a weird
So
feedback.
we're just checking, Daisy, because one of the reasons of the feedback could be that coming out of speaks. Wow, this is so cool that you got your head at least you got your head on your right on your shoulders. I mean, that's pretty
Yeah.
good start.
Yeah, it's progress. Hopefully, I'll get the textures sorted
Gail,
out
do you
soon.
know why the hands got bright white?
Ricardo,
Oh, it's the lighting, the fog.
and Anu, because Daisy was asking in our Slack
Look at
channel about
Drax's,
the
look at
attachments.
Drax's headphones.
Since we're
You see how they glow more?
what are you talking about? I was gonna ask real quick. Does anybody
Yes,
know
I see.
about the attachments? Because there was an issue with what is the issue? What is the issue
Yeah,
you have
it's
now,
okay
right now?
now. I kept getting my head on my foot. For some reason. But obviously now it's on my head where it's supposed to be.
When
So
they first
I'm not sure how I sorted it out, but I did really. Somehow
when they first introduced attachments, they kind of had the coordinate system wrong, and a lot of people complained about that. But everybody adapted, and now they fixed it.
Ah.
So in fixing it, they broke old content.
Yeah.
That's
The main difference I did, I bought Avastar a little while ago, a few days ago, and originally I tried to upload it just using the old system of rigging I used to use. And obviously that didn't work.
Wait, you got this out of Blender or straight out of Second Life through the mesh exporter, or how did you get
Yeah, I exported it from Second Life.
Ah, okay.
And that's why it's not brilliant. I've got to admit.
It's funny.
But it's great, it's you, it's your identity. This is amazing. I mean, this is all about getting our identity to be sort of into you know, we need to travel with our identity. We can't just like shed ourselves and like lizard people, you know.
Of course, I'm a bit tall. I need to be shorter because Gator is not very tall in Second Life. But obviously, hopefully that's something that It'll come eventually, maybe.
Does anybody
In the
know,
future.
and I'm also asking on YouTube, does anybody know about smaller people? Because we also asked for a film about a boy, and I didn't get a definite answer. You guys went to the product meetings. Is there anything about smaller people?
Are you
Not
mean
seen it.
avatars?
Avatars, yeah.
Not right now, I think.
They didn't discuss it, but it's obvious for anyone who's played around in My Looks, you can't control your height yet.
Yeah.
Males have one fixed height that's about 2 meters. Females have one fixed height that's about, I don't know, 1.5 meters, something like that. I think eventually they'll probably introduce the ability to change these things probably around the same time they introduce the clothing capability.
Right, it has to go hand in
Yeah,
hand.
that'd be good.
They first need to have the new skeleton and avatars, I think.
Yeah.
And of course, there's the tinies as well in Second Life. There's a whole community of
Exactly.
little tiny
Yeah.
people.
Well, let me introduce real quick. I said this earlier. Daisy is very famous in my upcoming movie, but not only because of that. She's also a science fiction author, and she also does a lot of awesome stuff in the tiny community. And I'm gonna link on the YouTube to your writing because I am really a big fan. So Anu, also we don't know anything about you. You're also new. Normally we don't really like. We're very cliquish. We're very kind of closed. We really don't like new people. But you came in with a tinfoil hat.
Is it time for the hazing?
Yeah, but no, I'm just saying, like, I'm making an exception for you because, first of all, you came in with a tinfoil hat and then you immediately revealed the Linden Lab conspiracy that they're the actual lizard people, so we thank you for that. So we welcome you to our community. What are you doing in this world, or what
I made this helmet, and I made 90% of what's on my land. It's I built it.
Awesome. Fantastic. So you are a creator.
Yeah, I make measures, but I make everything in parametric, so I can always go back to this helmet and change basically everything. It's non-destructive because I use the CAD software. I don't use 3ds Max or Maya. I actually use Fusion 360 because it's free. It's extremely fast. Like, if you guys go to my land, you're gonna see some fountains. It took me like half an hour to make each of those.
Maybe we should go to
Including
local
painting?
chat. Because Fusion 360, I never heard of it. I want to be educated about how to make things.
Drax want to make its own beer.
I have my Drax beer. It's like, I'm the Trump of virtual worlds. I just put my name on it, and then it's famous. And I don't
But now
do
you
anything,
need
so
to
I can
make...
go back to playing golf.
You need to make Drax wine now. Now Joe Yadi is maybe coming here.
Yo Yadi is coming with absinthe, and then I gotta go with wine.
Yes.
I haven't done a lot on my land. I probably could do more. Could upload a bit more on my mesh. I've made a bit of mesh, not very much.
If you guys want to go to my land, it should be in the recently updated, and it's named Anu, and it's got my creator name.
Let's get Deep Rifter also. Wait a minute, so we're going to Atlas.
Well, should we look around here first?
No, I already lost interest. I have a very low attention span. No, I'm kidding. I'm actually reading really big books. Daisy's book was the smallest book I've ever read, but it's still very good. It's short stories. No, that's unfair. It's not David Foster Wallace in terms of size.
This place looks bigger
I am
than I
writing
think.
a novel, but it's probably gonna take me a while.
Daisy, you need to not lose sight of that novel, but take your time. Novels take time, and
yeah, they do. I don't know how people supposedly write them in a month. I think that's crazy.
I think that's baloney. I think that's a lot of templated stuff, like this guy who writes for kids, like a Top Secret series. Like I think it's a British guy. Like it's it's like it's like Bond for kids, but he churns out like one book a month, but it's all the same. Pretty much.
Yeah, I don't think it's templates. Some people can write just straight through. I'm actually an amateur writer too, but everything I write, I'm constantly editing. I'm constantly going back, reworking. people, I mean,
Yeah.
even if you read Stephen King's book about writing, he basically says just write it all the way through and then go back later and worry about editing.
Exactly.
That's why he can write so fast.
Yeah, but then you got to go back. But you're right. You have to knock out the first draft fast, even if it's shit.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I don't agree.
No?
That's one style. Another style is more like I've done, where you're meticulous and you take your time, but it all depends on your style of writing, and it all depends on how much money you're trying to make.
That's true, but also ultimately, I think what Daisy's saying, like some myths in the public arena are counterproductive, because then other people, if you're pursuing it as a hobby or a profession, you get the wrong idea and you feel inferior if you cannot adapt that pace. And you really need to think about how long it took people. You can take music as well, or films. If you compare Stanley Kubrick to someone who makes a film every year, I mean, this is a different arena in film as well as in novels. I mean, I mentioned David Foster Wallace. Infinite Jest is a book that everybody talks about. Nobody read it except for me, it feels. I mean, it has 1,300 pages, but he wrote, I think, it took him like 15 years to write it. And that's massive. It's different from like a Robert Ludlum. I mean, it's just a different goal. I'm not saying
approach.
like...
I think some people can write fast. I mean, someone like Charles Dickens, and I mean, he wrote a heck of a lot.
That's
so he
good
must
point.
have written pretty fast. So some exceptional people can write a lot very, very fast. But I think most of us can't, really. Most of us are either sort of, as you say, can write fast, but maybe not great literature, and others of us can maybe write better books, but have to go a bit slower.
Yeah.
And there's a very small number of people who can write fast and write great books.
And in Stephen King's case too.
Everybody loves Tolstoy, you know, being so depressive, Russian, winter, everything is grey. It's just like Game of Thrones, the 1800 series.
That's true. No, but Daisy's right. It's the same with it. There's the number of people who can churn out really high literature that is lasting, and it's not just fast food and do that fast. That's a very super small minority. And Charles Dickens is a good example. I'm actually reading Our Mutual Friend, which is, I don't know, it's another 1,000 pages or something. It's insane. And he would say, I mean, some they're just assembly line workers. It's crazy. Okay, we got joined by Jasmine, and we have so much stuff that we want.
Jasmine.
Wait, okay, so do we want to look around here?
Hey, Jasmine.
I don't know. What's good here?
I'm not sure how you did done the animated Christmas light, but...
That's probably texture animation.
Yeah, you would just change the textures, and it would keep changing the colors like that.
Okay, but it looks like you have an emissive map too.
Yeah, it would be just like, I think there's a flip book that takes emissive. I did not make these, these are off the store, but I have to do the emissive that, I think this is probably flip book because of the way it changes quickly.
Yep.
With your permission, I'm also going to introduce you guys in the Sansar Slack channel. It's sort of our little private channel. If there's questions or bugs that we can internally help each other, that'd be great. I like to do that community-wise too. I'm suggesting now, because we have a YouTube audience, let's walk around here for a little bit and then go to Anu's place.
Sounds good.
So it's worth pointing out that this looks very different in desktop mode. With the HTC Vive, there's a thick blue haze.
Yep, totally. And with the Rift, and that is actually one. It's good that you point that out. It feels to me it's getting desktop VR look-wise getting closer, except for this one. This is insanely different.
This is also like that something Unknown Lights or whatever it was, Strange Lights.
Strange Lights by
had
Loki,
the same problem.
Yeah.
Looks great though.
Since we're mentioning Loki, if you haven't gone to the well in Second Life yet, you're missing out. Wow, Daisy's
I can't
looking...
seem to walk straight.
Well, this
I'm
is...
hopeless.
No,
I'm
you
such a
need to...
noob.
You need to rotate a little bit with the mouse.
Oh.
Right-click the mouse and orient yourself. Then you find...
So it looks like we're going to go to minor difficulties next week.
Oh, okay. Cool.
And Jasmine, since you're here, I'm gonna ping you on the Slack if you're up for a testimonial.
Yeah, I know. I need to do that. I have to talk to you about that. Yeah.
Really, no rush. Don't feel pressured. It's not gonna happen before the end of the year to start with, and it's not gonna be published before mid-January. Wow, look at this.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Shit. Oh wait, how do we? Wait, I forgot Deep
Whoa,
Rifter
whoa!
is
Are you
lost.
in 2 plans? Oh no, you and Galen just have same shoes.
Yeah, we have a.
It was confusing me.
Oh wait, I cannot see my shoes. Oops. Drex is easy to follow. Just follow the red dots.
I really love how the ground is uneven.
You're there.
He did such an amazing job.
Caves in Hollywood are always flat, perfectly flat.
Yeah.
Okay, I am in Deep Rifter here. Or this is called Evo's. What is it called? Evo's Revenge? No. Evo's Call. Jesus Christ. Oh, we have another friend here.
Are all of these 4K maps?
I really don't know.
I think he uses 2K. Were you asking that?
Okay, let's go inside. Ooh, scary and really quiet. This is interesting. Something so quiet.
You'll start to hear the drips. Oops.
Wow.
I guess realistically, a cave wouldn't have sound.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
Reina
like,
is here. Reina, hi. No, a cave has sounds. I was just in the in Slovenia at the Skopjan caves.
Don't say anything.
Would be like drippy and stuff.
They
Is
have
that what you're
they
saying?
have drips.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they just have sort of a static, weird.
Don't say anything until Drex has found it.
Oh my God!
He likes to be see scary
Daisy,
things.
can you eat this for me, please? You like fish.
Sushi!
Eat that thing.
Oh, Snuggles. Snuggles.
It's a bit creepy.
Daisy, go in there and eat that thing.
Yeah.
Anyone bring chopsticks?
Ah.
Tickle, tickle.
Nom nom nom.
Oops, I gotta fix my headphones. Ah. The headphones are interfering with my real headphones.
Calamari.
Yum.
Oh. Wow.
Have a good sleep tonight, Rex.
Oh God! You know, anything that looks like. Here's the thing. H.P. Lovecraft talking about writers. H.P. Lovecraft was, I think, the first writer that, after I read stuff, I could not sleep as a teenager. Can we hop over there?
Yeah, we can use that ladder.
Whoa! Guys, come over here. Whoa! Oh! Oh my God! I fell down.
That's something for you.
Shit! I fell. This is like a Ricardo's.
You're not on the best position.
Ricardo's. I got deja vu from the well.
You have to dive in. It's most fun if you dive in.
No. I'm not gonna dive in there. Shit. This is like the well in VR. So.
This brings back memories of Tatooine.
Yeah.
Who was
the
yelling?
Screaming? That's so funny.
Who was
I
screaming?
keep forgetting them. That's that famous scream. I can't remember the name of it from like every movie ever.
Wait, is that like a scream that is happening in every
What
movie?
happens if we jump with four at the same time?
Okay, who wants to jump?
Yeah, the Wilhelm scream.
Oh my god, this is not good.
What would it do if we all jump at the same time?
Yeah, let's jump at the same time. Wait, I'm coming over there. Let's jump at the same time.
I put a link to the Wilhelm scream into public chat.
Let's jump and then we'll go to Anus.
All right,
Yes,
fellow
let's
lemmings.
feed the Sarlacc.
That's all done.
Whoa! Shit. Oh my god!
I think we have to do it in sequence.
Oh, but this is really disturbing to me. I cannot. It's not good for my mental health.
Sorry, it's not doing anything for me.
It's not good. It's I don't feel good about this.
I wish Loki made it in Sansa the Well.
Yeah, Loki was thinking about porting the well to Sansa, but then he
Yeah,
said it's too much work.
but I think it still needs some extra things in Sansa to do it.
I don't know if he can do the functionality he has in Second Life right now. I think it would be incredible. Because with the storytelling, because he does the storytelling of the well. Nobody has done that in Sansar yet. Nobody, and Loki could be the king if he would start doing this. With his talent, it would be the end of everybody else.
But now I need to Galen, don't jump. But now I need to ask Galen. So as far as I know, we not can make custom dialogue huts in Sansa at this point.
Custom dialogue what?
Custom dialogues or screen huts.
Screen
That's
heads.
not Haze UD.
Oh, huts? You mean huts?
Oh, HUD. HUD, yeah. No, we can't.
That's not possible in Sansa, and that's the problem for Loki.
Well, I don't think storytelling requires a HUD necessarily. I mean,
okay, you can do
as,
this voice.
We'll see from minor difficulties, for example. Jasmine and I ended up debating how best to do storytelling. Like, we considered having pop-up dialogue bubbles, like in a comic strip.
My mistake. You're not used to pop-up bubbles.
No, that's what I like. We're gonna dissect that.
That's a really good idea, man. That's a really good idea. It basically makes it an RPG kind of. And you can do that with scripting. It's like whenever you reach an area, that thing pops. So that's
we have the tech for it.
Text.
We did it where they actually talked to you though instead, and so they led you through what was going on and told you the story that way.
I'm excited. I want to see it now, but you gotta also keep in mind that some people can't hear.
Yeah, and moreover, a lot of people who can read English may have trouble hearing and understanding
exactly
English.
Right. Yep.
But that's we actually argued about that too, and we came to the conclusion that the vast majority of people who are in Sansar now are you really have to be able to read and speak English to get along here.
Yep.
Right
So
now.
I have a website too that kind of backs up what I'm doing, and that way, if you can't read or understand, I'm also kind of putting explanations and stuff on there so that you can also run it through a translator or whatever. So I'm trying to do a truly a pretty big story, and the little stories I've done are actually part of a bigger story. And then it'll have like backup on a web page. So if you don't understand something breaks, whatever, you can go there, find your way back again, stuff like that.
What if
Actually, I
what
think
if
one
you
of the
put
best
the voice in chat too as text
Yeah,
at the same
and
time?
one of the best approaches that you can have to a storyline is something that's not language related. If you can symbolize,
Sure.
if you can use symbols, that can translate into any language. If you
That's
make
what
puzzles,
I did on my first one, but then some
Yeah.
people are so like, "What is this?" So
I have
I
not
did
seen
two
your
different
first one.
ways.
That is
Probably
a
the
thing.
perfect example of that done well has to be the 5-minute montage in the beginning of the movie Up. You remember after the initial few, maybe 1 or 2 minutes of talking, there's an entire lifetime in which this kid grows up with his wife and so on, and not a word is spoken throughout that montage.
I need to watch that. I don't. It's been
Haven't
so
seen it.
long.
You mean the animation series Up?
Yes, yeah.
It's
you were
a long
talking about
time ago.
Kubrick. You were talking about Kubrick earlier. That guy was a master of symbolism. Yes, dialogue played a really big, important role in the movies, but visually he was just extremely adamant about even the cans of freaking in The Shining. The cans of food were placed.
Oh yeah, Shining.
Yeah, they were placed in a specific order because he wanted to convey a message and whatnot. I mean, you can't really go that deep, but square, circle, circle, triangle, and then you just like push some things around because we have physics. So once those get better, you can just like create puzzles and
Yeah.
all sorts of things. Yeah.
On a quick related note, as we're talking about conveying storytelling, do you guys think it would be, how would you guys solve the problem of being in VR and others not that communicate with text chat? We talked on the podcast that we taped earlier about this upcoming Logitech keyboard, but like for example, Daisy is now and Jasmine are in desktop, and if they were to use, if they didn't want to talk and they want to text, would that make sense to display that as a bubble chat maybe? I mean,
That's
No,
already
not as a bubble.
been announced. They plan to show something in the VR view for us. They haven't said exactly what. I think probably the most logical thing to do for them would be to show a text crawl with maybe the first, 20 characters of something someone said in chat. So you can decide then to come out.
right.
That's my speculation of what they're doing.
And then
I think we'll see that soon.
But why not then, by choice, make it such that it could be a crawl or bubble chat? I mean, in SL, I always use bubble chat. I just like it better when there's like a big.
Yeah,
really
that's
don't.
probably the easiest one to program. Bubble chat.
Bubbles, you
Yeah.
always see bubbles
But it's
there.
a total aesthetic choice. It's funny, like Galen. Oh, I hate bubble chat. I love bubble chat.
But the reason I don't is it's asynchronous. You can't tell what came first. If you're talking about over someone's head.
Nearby chat, in a scrolled list.
You like
Yeah.
it in the list?
Hold on.
Yeah, as Galen says, you can't see who said what first with
Yeah.
bubble chat.
That's true.
You may even
The
miss someone
other
by
thing
not
is
looking
with
at them.
with bubble chat too, it doesn't seem real, and the whole thing is you want people to feel like they're actually in the thing. The point is that they're
Yes.
not reading the book, they're not
Yeah.
watching a movie, they're not doing any of those things. They are in it, and if you do any of those other things, I think you take them out of it.
I'm not
And
sure.
at least argue-
I just I said this in the podcast taping, but we talk about this also in the upcoming documentary about how immersed people are in Second Life with the screen mediation, and that the researchers that we have in the film, they will argue that people get immersed in books. We were talking about books, so I don't want to I'm not disagreeing with what you said, Jasmine, but I hear it all the time, like, oh, we need to keep the immersion going, and if we have text, it kills the immersion. Well, the problem is that some people don't want to and some people can't communicate with voice, and if we want to be inclusive, then we need to find a way to integrate those things.
Well, let me see if I can add to that, because I think in Second Life, one of our biggest problems is not that we don't feel immersed by people's names over their heads, for example. The problem is when you get a lot of people or a busy sim, you end up with information overload. You end up with too much information in front of you.
Okay, but I would argue that there's actually a much bigger problem with voice. If you go to the high fidelity welcome area, it's complete chaos.
Yeah,
And
it's the same problem, information overload.
That is a big.
I mean,
that's the biggest problem
actually, guys,
of social VR.
That's what we need here. Well, if we can convince Linden Lab to make one of the lands, like the Help Island in SL,
yeah,
that would be brilliant, because when people come into Sansar, it's a new experience. I know of the requirements and the complaints from the people from Second Life, and I get it. They're right. The game, this environment is just getting started. But what I'm trying to say is if Linden Lab listens, if they can just make a land where you could go, I'm talking kind of like the Zen Garden or something like that, that's just a forum, not a lot of meshes, so it's not too busy on the memory.
Well, I'm
so
talking about 114 Harvest My Basement, where there's donuts, books.
No, that's that load time is
because you got to it takes 50 minutes to load.
114 is huge. It takes a long time to load, man.
Well, quality takes
time. To your point, Anu, Linden Lab has explicitly said they do not want to do that, and there's a couple reasons.
Yep.
Okay.
One reason is they do not want to monopolize the front door. They feel that people who want to, commercialize experiences will be drowned out by a welcome area that everyone goes to first.
Right. Well,
that's one reason. The second reason is that they don't want the cacophony. They don't want tons and tons of people all going to just one place.
Yep.
There were other reasons too,
but the main reason, it's a mixture of those two. I was going to add, because it builds on those reasons also. What I heard, that they really want to this time be completely hands off and let the sort of marketing of specific experiences be in the hand of the creator, so they have maximum flexibility. But Galen, you were laughing. Hands off.
So what if we take it upon ourselves? What if we take it upon ourselves? Because I know that they're gonna collaborative creating, so that you can actually have more people
we should do
on
that.
the land. Why don't we make like a cafe, like a info cafe?
That's what they want, like you say.
Well, there's nothing stopping people from doing that, but nobody's choosing to. But the reason I was laughing, Drax, is, and I feel bad. I don't want to knock Linden Lab too much, because they're doing a fantastic job. I think Linden Lab is intellectually at war with itself over the issue of whether to control content.
Yeah.
On one hand, they know deep down, they know that they have to enable us, and they know that they need to be hands-off. But on the other hand, all of their actions right now show that they want enormous fine-grained control. They want to have very tight reins on everything. I think they know long-term that they can't do that, but so much of this, I believe, they're afraid of the image.
Yeah.
They don't want to set a bad image to start with before they even get off the ground.
That's absolutely true, and it's like you're saying, at war with themselves. I mean, things are changing as the car is on the road, and I think they do have a roadmap, but the roadmap is being modified as we speak. But I think what An was saying about the welcome experience, that's a great idea. I mean, what I'm trying to do with 114 Harvest is to be a social hub for hanging out. The next step is that we're going to have the houses where you can rent houses, you can live there, so to build a community around it, and there's always something going on. I don't have the time or resources or the desire to run a welcome or help island, but to actually build a help island with a team and think this through, that's certainly not a bad idea. This could be around a brand. I mean, Galen could do this, like in the store, like,
Initially, I don't know if you guys remember back in I'm Romanian, so back in the day, there was this sim in Second Life called Virtual Bucharest.
Yeah.
And it was highly popular.
I didn't know.
What we did is we had this, within the sim, we had this how-to center. So you could walk in, and there were just textures plastered on the wall with how to access this and how to access that. Not even videos, because back then we didn't even have videos. It was just textures plastered on the wall.
That is a good. That's all we need.
Like you have also with the scripting center in Second Life.
Oh, the Ivory Tower. The Ivory Tower in Second Life.
Yeah, the Ivory Tower. Yeah. By the way, I would love to see a virtual Bucharest made in Sansar. Get on it.
Somebody already started. I'm trying to contact them. Yeah,
That's awesome. Okay, so here's another quick point I think is worth making, and I kind of wanted to make this in the Drax Files today, but didn't get a chance to. But I think a lot of us are falling into an illusion. The illusion is that Sansar is a live system. The reality is that we are at Disney World in the first month after they broke ground, and they still haven't finished building Disney World yet. But we're wondering where are all the dancing mice and things.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not. Well, I'm looking at the system as a whole, and I'm looking at its capabilities.
I apologize. I'm not singling you out. I mean all of us. When you go on the forum and you look at this, whenever you get people together talking about Sansar, we're all talking like it's a mature system.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I always tell people, because that annoys me too, because I've been at Linden Lab a few times, and the first time I remember this when I visited there, it was very surprising to see, with your own eyes, that this is a relatively small company with really normal people working really hard to run a really complex world. So I think that sometimes I run into Second Life residents who feel that this is somehow a gigantic operation and they're not doing anything. This is a complex thing, and one Linden Lab engineer told me, because I asked him what would what would be the best sort of way to describe like working on Second Life, and it's a race car. I don't know what he put. He didn't say ocean liner that you're preparing while he's going towards the iceberg. That would be pretty negative. But you know what I'm saying. I mean, you're operating on a patient like the patient is on a marathon, but you're operating on the patient while like there's doctors like hovering around him like tiny little doctor monkeys that are operating on a patient that is running a marathon, basically.
Well, I can only imagine the level of stress that they're pushed through, because the marketing people and the people that want to collect some money on their investment, they're like, push this faster, push this faster, and then you can't really push things faster if you want to get it right.
And arguably, that's a problem Linden Lab made in the early days with Second Life, and now I would argue that they've decided conscientiously to slow it down.
I completely agree. I agree 1,000%. And that's my hat is off to them, because they have decided that this time they take it slow. They're not cobbling stuff together and then having to deal with all sorts of issues that develop along the road. They're taking their time, and in a highly competitive environment as it is right now, that takes a lot of guts, and that takes a lot of sort of zen. Maybe they're hanging out at the Zen garden every day to get there. I mean, I would be, yeah.
The capabilities of the engine.
Yeah, and one of the
as Anu is saying the capabilities of the engine, his voice is breaking up. The capabilities of the engine are amazing. They are. Sorry, I crashed.
Sorry, I know you're actually breaking up.
Yes.
God,
turn off my mic. I thought that might be the thing.
Okay, try talking again. It sounds like they cleared up a little bit. Ah, crap.
Can you guys hear?
No, it's still breaking up. Just like a bad Skype call. Let's go to a different environment. Let's go to Anu's place, and please go. We gotta go back to Susan because I promised her to. She's gonna play for the rest of the hour. Yeah.
Just for fun, I suggest you jump into this pit right in front of us. The sound is fun.
It's a shame we cannot drag.
But what happens? Can you get back up if you go down there? Can you?
Yes, you're gonna say.
Wow.
Oh, it's so bloody.
It sounds gooey down here.
Oh.
Now I'm not hearing it.
I still have a problem on Mesh to get that shiny effect.
Yeah, it's good work with the shiny. Yeah.
I still have problems to get
I just heard it. It's like a trickly sound or something.
Yeah, the sort of slimy noises. Yeah. So, do you want to pop a URL in for us to all go to?
Anu?
Yeah, I think I posted that in the nearby.
He already did.
Okay, let's go to Anu's place. Oh. And Strawberry's not here, so he's not the timekeeper, so we can go a little over time. Wow, that is so interesting why the color is so incredibly different from these two modes. Never experienced that in other places, so we're gonna go to Anu's experience. Oh, Ryan is on the YouTube stream. This is the time where it needs to be mentioned that Torley made this music, this transitional music, which is so wonderful. It takes little time to load. Who else is watching on the stream? Stella is with us in world. And Ryan is at Susan at the arena. We're gonna go back to the arena very soon. And actually, if anybody is in here who is not, who is has been in Sansar.
Or planned. It's done in CAD.
Oh, I see. You started with the template with the building, what is it, the roof or upper deck, whatever it's called.
I don't remember. I just got a piece of land, got landed on it, and then started uploading, terraforming, and it's
Nice.
just in the very beginning.
Nice.
But the advantage of using CAD versus traditional like 3ds Max, Maya, Blender, Blender's free, yes, but
Isn't Maya essentially CAD?
this is Fusion 360. Actually, it's free to use.
No, I mean, it is not Maya also essentially CAD? I mean, Maya is Autodesk's creation, isn't it?
They have a slightly different interface.
Yeah, Maya is destructive though. That's the thing is, in CAD you can work in parametrics. So if I want to go back to this fountain and change the height and change the diameter of the pipes and change anything, I can do it in 10 seconds instead of wasting a whole day.
You mean the parts stay separate?
Can I ask you? This fountain is great. Is Fusion 360 more? I really gotta check that out. Is Fusion 360 more of like ZBrush in terms of sculpting more naturally, or
No. It's best for hard surface modeling and design, like real CAD design, like you're making real car parts.
Cardis, it sounds like a fan or something in the background there. There's a buzz.
Great.
Maybe something strange is happening now. Wait, what's
I
this?
heard it before too. It might be your computer fan.
My computer fan is. Let me see.
When you talk, it's quiet, but the microphone.
Nice, Anu. This is really great. I mean, I hope that
That's
viewers
no problem,
get, their appetite is whetted that they get started. Just getting a little land
changed it recently to
and make
Yeah.
it there.
normalize, and it's bad.
It's actually really
That's
easy.
strange because
Again,
in
and there's
VR,
another fountain up
It's
here.
almost impossible.
It's
easy
really
picking up the fan.
the learning curve of creating something into
Well, no, you could
into
pick up a
Fusion
fan,
360.
in VR
Watching
mode.
a few YouTube tutorials, you can get creating really fast.
Oh well.
And you're making everything in a non-destructive body form, and then when you're happy with your design, you can just like make it a mesh. Once you have that mesh, you can take it into a texturizer, like I don't know, even Blender, 3D Code, whatever you name it. Any
It's kind of
Yeah.
really tough.
yeah.
Technically speaking, isn't
It actually looks like it's price comparatively to Maya LT is about the same price. It looks like it's $300 a year.
Oh, Fusion 360. And actually, if you read carefully, it's $300 a year if you make $100,000 or more using the software. But you can use it as an enthusiast. And the cool thing is, like, let's say this fountain, I can export this as an STL, and then that STL can be taken into a 3D printer, and it can be actually made in real life.
Okay, this is very interesting to me, but then what will it will only export to what forms will it export to?
Actually, I'm exporting straight up OBJs out of 360.
So it will take out, and then you could take, okay, so...
Actually, you can do the two forms that are accepted here. You can do OBJ and you can do FBX.
So you can actually take FBX out of this?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay, but you can't do... this is very interesting to me.
I've never heard about this program. This is encouraging to me.
Well, yeah, I want to look at this.
I go to school for CAD design, you know, like the software that it's used to make actual cars, like NX, CATIA, SolidWorks, AutoCAD.
So this
I went into Fusion because it's extremely fast to create things. And again, if I wanted to go back and change the profile a little bit, I can just go back into body form, change the profile, change the number of pipes that I revolved around, and then recreate the mesh, retexturize it, and I'm ready to go.
I really wish I made my castle in this instead of what I did make it in. We'll see how that goes. I may check this out.
What program is that again?
This is Fusion 360. Now, again, I will not recommend this for organic.
Wow, I wonder if he has the scene reverb on here.
But for solid edge, hard surface modeling, revolves, parametric, it's a good asset to have. And again, it's free if you, I'm still using it for free legally because I opt my membership every year. Yes,
It's wonderful how quiet it is here when you go to places that have so much sound. It's refreshing to be in the quiet times. Which reminds me, we should go back to Susan, and I'm gonna try to see if I can hop over here.
Oh, you wanted to talk to people.
Check this out. Woohoo!
I've actually tried something weird here with the train tracks. I've tried actual physics. Unfortunately, it didn't pan out. I wanted to make a real train. Like, this works. You see this bell? I can push it. It stays within the constraints. It's the physics engine. It works. But with the railroad, I modeled the railroad is to scale. This is exactly what you would see in real life.
Yeah.
Like the profile.
Uh-oh. And I crashed. There, I said it. Coming back. Coming back. Oops, I'm in VR. Coming back. And password. Coming back. All right. Back to Anu. I think that the train hitting might have crashed us.
It took me 10 minutes to make.
Hey!
It's so fast. It's absolutely unbelievable. And it's obviously it's got the.
Okay, I crashed. Daisy crashed too. We got hit by a train.
I crashed too.
Yeah.
You get hit by a train, yeah.
I'm gonna remove those tracks. Those are.
I know this has been very inspiring.
If you turn dynamic off, it's fine
Yeah,
too.
these are good experiments.
It's dynamic stuff.
Yeah, the dynamic stuff I'm gonna remove because it's until I can get it right, I'm not gonna bother with it.
I think for the collision, the axis of the train wheels are too small.
Yeah. So should we go check out that other live event?
To make a scripted train, but
Susan Jewell is
I'm
playing,
getting
and normally we wrap it about now, but Susan is playing. And so let's go to Alfie.
I'm going to say bye for now because I need to do something.
Okay.
And I need to put the controls on the charger.
What do you need to do the controls?
My controllers are empty.
Oh.
For anybody that's interested, I think this Sunday, I'm gonna make almost all my creations available on the marketplace for absolutely free. It makes no sense for me to charge money at this point when there's not, to be honest, there's not enough people to buy stuff.
Yeah. And even those people who might want to buy it, many of them simply can't.
Yeah. So I'm gonna make everything available for free because why not?
Very cool. Thank you.
Yep.
Awesome.
Nice.
You heard it here first. I'm gonna get that fountain and put it in the basement. As a small model. No, I mean I can.
Well, Drax, if you make it smaller, you can use it as a chocolate fountain.
Oh yeah.
Those walls on the brick wall, those metal walls.
Those are neat.
Those are modeled at 1 meter per 3 meters, so they're modular. They're different, so you can attach as many as you want in any combination or shape. You can even put them sideways and make like the walls of a sci-fi thing.
That is cool.
You can use it as a bird pool, Drax.
Yeah, I don't have any bird. Actually, I do have birds, but they're not flying. Okay, this is cool. Great to bump into Anu. We have to go back to Alfie's arena. We're still streaming. Let's go back to Alfie. And join us next time. Atlas hopping every Saturday, 11 a.m. We're starting in the basement. And
I see you soon.
Bye, Ricardos.
Bye, Ricardos.
Wait, Drax, every Saturday when?
11 a.m.
11. Is that Pacific?
Pacific time, yeah. If you're on Facebook, you can look up the 114 Harvest group. It's the largest Sansa-related group. Also, I'm hoping that we soon have some group tools here.
Perfect.
So
yeah, I will look that up on
what
Facebook.
is really cool is when we have creators that kind of explain a little bit their motivation and their strategy and so on about what they're building. So that was really cool that we found you. That's always great, you know. I mean, we go to different places. We're trying. Strawberry's coming back next week. We're trying to finalize that a couple days before. So
perfect. Yeah, you guys handle it's beautiful, like the division of work here. You guys handle the PR and the expansion of the media as far as like putting stuff out there. That's great. That allows me to, instead of making YouTube videos, that allows me to spend more time in Fusion and make more textures and make more stuff. So that when people come in here, they can get the free stuff. And I would love to see people that love to create like trees and grass and stuff like that. If they can do the same for a while until we get enough of a market to where we can start selling stuff.
Chris Lehman. Chris Lehman, look him up. The first Drex Files. Chris Lehman, since we're on the subject, is responsible for me wasting my life away making these goddamn videos. That's just because Chris Lehman in 2013 said, Drax, you gotta go back to making videos. But it's not about me, it's about Susan Jewell. So we're gonna go to the to the live stage. Oops. Oh crap. Why did I already
I am small. Breathe
Okay, guys.
Once in a while, I like to use the Lupa. Hello, Lupa people. Hi, Jasmine. Hi, Galen. Hey. How are you? Anu Amun. Hello. Hello, Drax. Drax can use his whole body, because he's doing this in real life. He's literally standing there with his arms out. He's got everything connected that way. The guy's, he's just cool. He's just cool. Live out of Minneapolis. Susan Jewell, and this is a song I wrote back in 2006 called Dirty. And so I woke up foggy this morning. I tried to pour you out of my head, 'cause I thought that you might be hungry. I see you already been there. Take me down like I'm dirty, leave me out like you want me. Kiss me hard like you're gonna love me. And so I pull my favorite jeans on that little hanger where you had your hand. And I still can feel smell you, and it's kicking my ass again. Take me down like I'm dirty, lay me hard like you want me. Kiss me hard like you're gonna love. Love me like you can. I wanna feel the love around. Have your body got. I will love you till you're dirty. And so I sit still in the thunder, when I strum my string in the rain, and I dare you to come closer. Oh, when I swear I will have you again. Take me down like I'm dirty, lay me out like you want me. Kiss me hard like you're gonna do real bad things that you can't tell your mother about. Love me like you can. Feel love around me. Have your body gone. I'm gonna love you till you're dirty. You know, it was cool earlier, Drax, when you were here. One of you in your group went over and pet the tiger, and I thought, oh, I'm just unaware of so much. I can see how this works with VR, and I can't wait to try it that way. It's the graphics. Ooh, I just love the graphics in here.
I love the people.
If somebody has their mic on, you might be hearing me through their mic, and that might create reverb. And I have a slight reverb on my mic.
I wonder if all the other...
So, you might be hearing that. This song was inspired by a musician in Second Life that I hear called P.T. Beardmore, and he's really good. And he's from the West Coast, from a band called The Pearls. Just an awesome gypsy bohemian kind of vibe. And I kept getting this rhythm stuck in my head for a couple days, and so I didn't realize it, but I had written a song very similar to his, almost. Words are, it's all different, but anyway, it was inspired by him. This song is called Take Me Home, or Wish You Well. Secrets and look at the clouds. Come on, Daddy, why don't you take me home?
come on. That takes a long time to say.
Why don't you take me? Come on, Daddy. Why don't you take me home? And go to the marketplace and get Bev's cool Christmas antlers right on time.
Ultimate in high fashion.
There we go. Aha, aha.
You have chopsticks, Gabe? Is my voice off?
Oh, I had my microphone off.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
I thought my voice was
It's fun watching you attempt to play guitar with a microphone in your hand.
It's tough. Yeah, but it's only because I see myself only from the back, so I don't know if my arms are...
When my words
Yeah,
fall out, you look at me
Hey,
down.
if you have 250 Santa dolls, you
And my
can buy this
words all
guitar.
fall out
Both play
from
it.
the bottom of my mouth. And my head rolls back, and I laugh.
But I don't have it.
It's crazy like this when you kiss me on my lips. It's crazy, crazy, crazy like that.
Air guitar.
You got my heart running low, and it's coming on real slow. And you don't leave me now, I'm gonna lose it.
Make a photo. Ryan, make a photo. This is Sansar history. We're making it.
How's the sound for you all out there? Everybody hearing good? Everybody having a good time?
Mighty fine. Yay!
At my
Mighty
very
good.
first Sansar show ever.
Mighty good. Mighty good.
You know there's a thing that I got when I'm all tied up in knots, and it makes me howl and moan at the sky. The way you're moving nice and slow when I'm about to let it go, and it happens every time you walk my way. And it's funny like that. Drax has his guitar on. Look, he can play his because he's got the cool full set. That's what I need. That's what I need. Drax, I need the whole thing. Cause
We need to glue some controllers to her guitar.
there's this thing that I got when I'm all tied up in knots, and it makes me howl and moan at the sky. The way you move nice and slow when I'm about to let it go, and it happens every time I walk my way. And it's funny like that.
Kazoo back up.
What?
We're doing the kazoo back up.
Yeah, with the kazoo. Exactly.
So really, yeah, he's playing for me. That is my band right there. Drax, you're late for band practice.
Sorry.
Come on,
Galen and
dude.
I were your backup. We're at your service, but we're a little late. I know.
Finest kazoos ever.
Okay, Galen. Somebody needs to make a kazoo.
This is also a song I wrote in welcome to Sansar, everyone.
Yes.
And it doesn't have the name of the place written above me anywhere. The live music stage. I mean, I know that, but I was just saying, you know, sometimes what if I forget? So this song was loosely based on a liaison that I did. It was my first one, and I realized it had a caravan feel to it. And the song popped into my head out of nowhere, which is usually how it happens. And I heard somebody on TV saying, hey, as long as we're all here now. And that inspired me to write this song. Really don't know what it's about, but it's called Caravan. And as long as you're here now, do you think you could stay a while? You can stay in my caravan and color all of my days with me. You could not live there. I'd take you anywhere to be that free again with you. And welcome to my little town. Flowers fall from your mouth, so red. And you can stay in my caravan and waste all my days, waste all of my days. You could have stayed with me, knelt down and prayed with me. You could have held my world for a while in your hands. And as long as you're here now, do you think that you could stay? Do you think you could stay? Turn the lights on my caravan. Color all of my days. Color all of my days.
Awesome.
So welcome to the live arena music stage here in Sansar. And when this is over, when I am done, go check out some experiences. And if you got the get up that Drax does, where you can fully immerse yourself in it, I would highly recommend it. I'm gonna get virtual gonna get virtual things, and I'm gonna skydive. I'm gonna jump out of a plane. I won't do that in real life. Oh God, no, I couldn't,
She was saying jump side.
Vinny. Sang a song about a hot dog. All right, this one I did not write. I don't want to talk about the things we've gone through. Oh, it's hurting me. Now it's history. I've played all my cards, and that's what you've done too. nothing more to say. No more race to play. But when it takes it all, the loser standing small besides the victory. That's her destiny. I was in your arms, thinking I belonged there. I figured it made sense, building me a fence, building me a home, thinking I'd be strong there. But I was a fool, playing by the rules. Guides me through the dice, and mine's as cold as ice. And someone way down here loses someone dear. The winner takes it all, the loser has to fall. It's simple and it's plain. Why should I complain? Tell me, does she kiss the way I used to kiss her? And does it feel the same when she says her name? Somewhere deep inside,
Perfect.
you must know I miss you. But what can I say? Rules must be obeyed. The judges will decide. The likes of me abide, spectators of the show, always staying low. The game is on again. Lover or a friend, a big thing or a small, winner takes it all. I don't wanna talk if it makes you feel sad, and I understand. You come to shake my hand, I apologize if it makes you feel bad, seeing me so tense. No self-confidence. Winner takes it all, the loser standing small besides the victory. That's her destiny. So I have time for one more. I kind of did my favorites, giving you guys my good stuff. How to end, an original or a cover? I should probably do originals, really, I mean. Right.
That was interesting.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba, da-da-da-da. Thanks so much for coming out, everyone.
That's interesting. Are you hearing a repeat?
This will be my last song.
Oh, funky.
She says this will be my last song.
Let's see here.
My audio is stuck in a tight loop.
Here we go.
went into my looks and came back. It's better.
Sweet dreams are 8 of these. And who am I to disagree? Travel the world in 7 seas. Everybody's looking for something. Sweet dreams are 8 of these. And who am I to disagree? Travel the world in 7 seas. Everybody's looking for something. Thank you, Chris. Good. That is good to know. Good to know. Because we had to work a couple hours on getting our sound in here. So I'm really glad you hear it good. Some of them want to use you. Some of them want you to be used by you. Some of them want to abuse you. Some of them want to be abused. Close your eyes now. Go to sleep. Close your eyes now. Go to sleep. Close your eyes now. Go to sleep. Sweet dreams are 8 of these. And who am I to disagree? Travel the world in 7 seas. Everybody's looking for something. Some of them want to use you. Some of them want to be used by you. And some of them want to abuse you. And some of them want to be abused. Thank you, Elfie. Thank you so much. Thanks everybody for listening. I'm Susan Jewell. I am broadcasting live out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. You can Google me and find out more about me. Thanks for having me here in Sansar. I'm loving it. I am loving it. And thanks for taking time out of your day to hang out with me. Yes, and I will be your friend. I will accept friend requests because I don't know how else to keep in contact with any of you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Dragster. Cool that you came. Thank you so much. Alright, I'm gonna give up my stream now, so you can put your regular music back on if you like to. Merci beaucoup.
Great show, Alfie.
Fantastic show. I'm gonna wrap the stream here from the arena. I'm going to go back to Harvest and wrap up the show. That was a long one and a great one. It was awesome. Thanks for folks watching. I hope you guys had fun. Yeah, things are developing. Pretty exciting actually. That my music song started, and really the next step is obviously animations. Susan's creative indie is absolutely awesome. I love that dedicates my entire set to Sansa and Second Life related stuff. It's really fun and really cool. Yeah, I would say goodbye, folks. Time I'm wrapping up the basement birthday decorations. But anyway, as you can see stated here on the door, we are back with regular adventures. And we'll see you next Saturday. And I do hope that Strawberry is going to be with us again. All right. That's it. Have a fabulous weekend. Don't forget, tomorrow, X Files podcast. Bye.